actually ran into Kelly Masters. This is Kelly, and I ran into her in the grocery store, and she was telling me about something that she does, and I'm going to let her tell more about that. But we have with us Kelly Masters and Jerry Williams, and Jerry can talk about his part of all this. But I'm going to let you kind of start with where you want to start. If you want to talk about what he does or where you take lessons from or whatever first.
Okay. Well, it's kind of funny when I ran into you. You mentioned something about I look fit, and which I don't think I did, but anyway, I'm not taking a fitness program. I'm not part of an exercise class or what I do is Krav Maga.
Okay.
And so I'm going to let.
Okay.
Yeah. Ask a question if you want to.
Well, I was going to say, you're going to let him
I am going to let him.
Okay.
But before he starts, I want to go into a little bit about why I take Krav Maga. So I'm associated with a ministry called Vanguard or Vanguard Outreach. Mm-hmm. And the main thrust of this ministry is to interrupt human trafficking.
Okay.
So what we do, it's heinous and it's just global. So what we do is we network with not only local ministries in the nation, but with ministries in other countries to raise awareness and, do whatever we can. These girls that are caught up in this are in a fight for their lives.
Right.
And so we operate under what we call the 3R project: rescue, redeem, and restore.
Okay.
Krav Maga is part of the prevention and rescue facet of the 3Rs. And so I'm going to let my instructor, Jerry Williams, explain what Krav Maga is. He's a 32-year martial arts veteran, almost 20 years in the law enforcement. He sits on the International Grand Council. Did I say that correctly?
Grandmasters Council.
Grandmasters Council. He's got multiple belts. And so Jerry Williams.
Okay.
Krav Maga, developed and founded by Emmy Lichtenfeld, was literally founded for one sole purpose, and that was to give the Israeli military, the new recruits coming in, a very elite, hand-to-hand combat proven system to allow these new recruits coming in to easily assimilate something that they could push into these kids and make them a vital part of the military and have that elite combat system. It's different facets of martial arts that were put together to make that fighting system. And that, in a sense, is Krav Maga. I mean, that's what Krav Maga is.
Okay.
Right. It's more than just self-defense.
No.
And the self-defense aspect of it is how is that related to the trafficking?
Good. I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah.
I was wondering how I was going to segue into that. My heart is to do whatever I can to help these girls. So, raising awareness, supporting them financially, just getting involved in their situation. We have a safe house in one of the countries. I'm going to be real careful with my information because I just don't want a lot of people to know.
Right.
But we do have a couple of safe houses for when they do get rescued, and then we help integrate them back into society. That's part of the restoration. But one of the things where Krav Maga comes in is I want to learn this skill set, take it to these other countries, and teach these girls how to defend themselves against human traffickers.
Okay. So they're never entered into the system at all. They're able to defend themselves. Because I'm sure once they get into the trafficking system, it's hard. I mean, it takes people with...
And if they get into the system and somehow manage to get out, they're sought after. They're not just free. So they need these skills to be able to keep themselves out.
When they're brought into the trafficking aspect of it, are they abducted? Is that how it's 100% done, or how does that work?
that's a multifaceted operation.
Okay.
This is such a it's a money thing.
Sure.
Let me first say that the average age of abductees is from 8 to 12.
Oh, gosh.
Wow.
And they prey on the vulnerable.
Is that in the United States?
Oh, my goodness. You have no idea how widespread it is in the United States. But countries like Greece, Romania, Bulgaria, those are countries that are high places of abduction. And they're promised, they prey on the homeless or the downcast, the downtrodden. They're promised employment. They're promised security. And so that's who they prey on.
Okay.
The gullible and the vulnerable and the weak.
And these people are shipped overseas too, right? Are they, or are they not?
They cross national borders,
Okay.
international borders all the time, all the
That's a-
time.
Now, you mentioned the ministry, but if someone is interested in, like, maybe even just helping financially, whatever, to help fund
Right.
that, how could they do that?
Well, they could go on Facebook, Vanguard Ministries in Harrison,
Okay.
Arkansas. It's not hard to find.
Okay.
They could call my number. I don't know if you're going to put that
Yeah,
out
it's up
there.
probably.
Okay.
And I'm
Yeah.
available. And also I do want to say that this ministry was founded by Tracy Mooney in the early 2000s.
Okay.
And it was actually spurred on by the tsunami that hit
Sri Lanka?
Sri Lanka,
Okay.
yeah. So this is how that ministry got started. But yes, you
Wow.
can contact me, my cell phone number, or I'll give you my
Go ahead
email
and throw
address.
it out. Say it.
Okay, 870-654
Okay.
0764. And please do, if you're interested in more information, if you wanna give, if you wanna just, I'd be happy to come and speak anywhere. I would love to raise awareness of this.
I don't think people have
So-
any clue how prevalent this is.
And it's huge. It really is. It's a heinous thing. So I've hooked up with Jerry. Jerry teaches Krav Maga in Berryville.
And why don't you tell us, like, where it's located in Berryville and how people can get a hold of you if they're interested in.
Yeah, it's in Berryville. It's at 315 County Road 6012, and they can reach me at 870-350-1305.
Okay.
And I'll be happy
If
to
you're
talk
interested in knowing more about that martial art,
Absolutely.
that aspect
Give
of
me a
it.
call and we'll talk about it.
Right.
You bet.
Okay.
And we're going to take a little break and come back, and we're going to do a little demonstration of this martial art
Krav
technique
Maga.
that you're talking about. And we'll do that in a couple of minutes. Stay with us.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank y'all.
Welcome back. We are back here with Jerry Williams, and he's from Krav Maga, and it's a technique that you're going to do some demonstration with some of your cohorts. We'll just call them that. Do you want to introduce who we have here?
Yeah, we have Matthew Zeller and Mary Clifford.
Okay. And they're involved in your, what do you call your?
In Krav Maga.
In Krav Maga,
Krav
okay.
Maga, yeah. They've been with me for about 2 months, which actually gives testament to how quickly you can assimilate this fighting system.
So it's a very simple
I didn't bring in
techniques.
5-year ringers to go over
Okay.
these next techniques. They've been with me for just a couple months.
And we were talking earlier about the human trafficking aspect and wanting to introduce Krav Maga into this. And would you say that all these things that are learned are simple?
Yeah, they are
techniques?
super easy to assimilate. They're not hard. There's no fluff. There's no art.
Okay.
It's just down and dirty. No frills.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let you take over, do a little demonstration, and
Okay.
if you'll probably want to narrate as you go. And,
Absolutely. The first one we're going to do is off of either a front choke or being grabbed from the front or somebody coming at you from the front. And we're going to have Mary show us what she would do, okay? Very good. The second one is maybe she's off to the side somewhere. She doesn't really catch the guy coming around to her side, and he grabs her in the standard headlock, tries to pull her. Maybe he's going to pull her into a van or a car, into another room or something like that. But the moment he grabs a hold of her, she's going to then react. All right.
All right. Kelly, you want to come back in? And these are just some of the techniques that you teach. I mean, how many techniques are there that you teach?
There are 10 levels of certification.
Okay.
And in the first level, I believe they've learned approximately 20 or 25 different hand-to-hand combat
Okay.
techniques.
And how's your classes organized? Are they during the week or once a month?
They're
or
every Tuesday and Thursday. Right now, we're having a 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock class. As that one continues to fill up, we're then also going to open up the 6 o'clock class, and there'll be a 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock class.
And
as well.
how long does the sessions last? I mean,
For 1 hour.
For 1 hour,
For 1
and
hour.
then is there a point where it ends, or do you just keep being more proficient as you go? Or
Oh, there's always room for
Okay.
proficiency. You know, been doing it for 32 years, and
you need to learn more.
I still need to learn
Yeah.
more.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Is there any prerequisite for coming into this?
I'm glad that you asked that because I want to answer that one. I'm old. I'm a grandma. And I don't like physical fitness. I don't own a gym membership. If I'm going to work out, it's going to be mowing my grass or doing something, painting, doing something productive. So when I first entertained the idea of this, it really didn't set well with me because I thought there's no way that me in my physical condition could do this. But I came in off the sofa. You know, you've heard couch to 5K. I came in out from underneath the sofa, and he really encouraged me with, your body will do what your mind tells it to do. And it was amazing how much I was actually able to do in that very first class. And it's exciting, it's exhilarating, and when you know you're doing something this important, then it's possible. So any age,
Well, there's fun
any
involved,
health,
right?
Yeah, it's a lot of
it's a lot of
fun,
fun.
and it's a family. It's a family.
Yeah, it is very family. But we do tailor it. I mean, obviously, I'm not going to have somebody doing acrobatic, jumping around, all that kind of stuff. It's going to be tailor-made to the person. Absolutely.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
Again, it's over in Berryville.
Yes.
And it's called Krav Maga. And what's the phone number again for people? can give you a call?
870-350-1305.
And if you want to know more about classes, price, and all that, you give them a call. And we'll have information here at the studio if you want to give us a call, and we'll direct you to Kelly and her organization and what you can do to be involved, either financially or volunteer or whatever. All right? Thank you so much. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll be doing the Pet of the Week with Wanda Massengale. Stay with us.